All right, I haven't made a review on this bad boy yet, but I definitely will. I definitely will do an unboxing, and then I'm gonna do a separate video for first shoots, and I'll let you know how I feel about it. But until then, I do want to address, well, before I even get into that, let me take something from the homie Stormtrooper accuracy. As you can see, clear. How does he do it? Clear, clear, all that good stuff, and there's nothing over there. And the same thing with this. There's nothing in the mag. Clear. This way too, right? Clear. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nothing. Yeah. All right. So I have these here for aesthetic purposes only. The main point of this video is to talk about why you need a firearm. In recent news, we all saw what happened. On my channel and my other channel, which I won't tell you what it is, I stay away from politics. Regardless of what it is, you all know that 2A, I'm part of the 2A community, love my firearms, and obviously I like the right to be able to bear arms. But I kind of keep out of anything political after that. Anyways, we saw that there was an attempt to assassinate the former President Trump. All right, so that is something that is somewhat concerning. Everyone sees it as potentially a joke right now, or they're trying to dissect it as it was staged on Trump's part, or he was set up by the Secret Service, and everybody has their theory, right? And it is what it is. I'm not here to talk about that. But what I am here to talk about is a lot of people started saying that, will this change views on the 2A community, on the, the Republican side of how they feel about the 2A community? And a lot of them say no. Regardless of the assassination attempt, they still feel the same exact way about their firearms, which I agree, right? You can see that President Trump was shot. It clipped his ear, and unfortunately, that shouldn't happen. Whether you like the guy, whether you hate the guy, an assassination attempt is no bueno. That's not something the 2A community on YouTube is about, right? We're about enjoying your guns, having fun, and then self-defense. If you're trying to take someone's life in an assassination attempt, that's not what our channels are about. Because a lot of people like to say, well, this happens because of video games and the gun culture on YouTube. No. That's just somebody who's fucked up in the head. That's not us, right? Understand that if you're attempting to assassinate someone, something is definitely wrong with you. That's not what we're here for. We're here to defend ourselves. So if you happen to accidentally pull the plug on somebody in defending your home, your life, your wife's life, your child's life, and all that good stuff, well, that's a different story. But anyways, you see that he had snipers on the roof. You see that he had Secret Services all around him. And unfortunately, he was still clipped in the air. That is a potential. I mean, if he didn't turn his head, it would have been fatal. It would have been really bad. You would have witnessed an assassination live on television. And again, as much as people are joking about it, having him come out to 50 Cent Many Men, and of course breaking it down, saying it's staged, whatever. The fact of the matter is, if you are a presidential candidate and you are attacked and you couldn't, and the government couldn't do anything for you, the government couldn't save you, right? They had to confirm who he was on the roof. They saw the guy and all that good stuff. Wait for confirmation. He let some shots off. Then he got hit. Okay, great. But the fact of the matter is, he still got hit. Now imagine you, an individual who is not a presidential candidate, an individual that's not part of the government, an individual that's not a Senate or a House of Representative or anybody within that system. You are a regular civilian. And at the end of the day, you don't have Secret Service walking you every day carrying a firearm. So my thoughts are, you should have a firearm. You should get a firearm, learn to use it, know it inside and out, regardless of whatever everybody tells you. Learn your firearm inside and out. Don't just get it. Don't just put it down. Don't just look around and be like, yeah, I'm a cool guy, and go look for trouble. No. Understand how your firearm works. You get an M&P, a Smith & Wesson, learn it. You get a Canik, not specifically this one, you get a Canik. You get a Glock, you get a Glock. Learn it. Learn how to use it, because not every gun shoots the same, all right? And on top of that, a lot of people are gonna tell you they feel uncomfortable or they don't like to be around anybody with firearms, and that's okay. Because at the end of the day, I conceal carry to protect myself, my kid's life, my wife's life, and I mean, my extended family as well, including my mother, my father, and my stepmother, and everybody and stuff like that, right? But at the end of the day, your life is in your hands. I have police officer friends. Over the years, you know, you joke around and you don't like the police as a joke, F the police, blah, 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 NWA, blah, blah, blah. No, but as you get older, you respect people in the military, people that are officers that put their line. Good people, actual good people, not people that abuse their power. Some of my cop friends suggest to carry. They say carry because when a cop is normally called, they don't make it there in time. Someone's breaking into your house, they're not gonna be there while the break-in happens. Odds are they're gonna be there just to take photos of the crime scene. It's very rare when a police officer will make it on site to save your life. So yes, if you are afraid of any situation happening, you should arm yourself. Self-defense, home defense, get something, take care of you and your family, because on average it takes somewhere 15 to 20 minutes for someone to respond, and then you don't know if they're gonna engage immediately, and then you're sitting in there stuck in your house not knowing what the hell's gonna happen. Only you are here to protect you and your family. Understand that, yes, this is a cop's job, but we've seen police officers, for example, I live in Florida, very close to Stoneman Douglas, where unfortunately that shooting happened a couple years back. And we know that that police officer who was close to retirement was a police officer, sworn in to protect and serve, but waited because he was afraid. A AR-15 versus a Glock. It's not level playing field, and I understand the situation, but if that were to be my kid in there and I were to be on site in there, I don't really care about, I'm not gonna say it that way, my life. I wanna protect my child's life and other people's child's lives, but no one's gonna have the level of care or the level of importance than your family. You will have a higher priority of making sure your wife and your kid are alive versus the police officer that wants to come there unseen, because he is getting a paycheck. Not saying nothing's wrong with the guy, because y'all go to work to get a paycheck, but you have a higher interest in living or having your child and your wife live. Let's just face the facts. So at the end of the day, why are you sitting around worried about taking away guns, or guns are the problem? The gun didn't just get up on the roof and shoot. No, the gun didn't get up there, position itself and shoot them. Guns don't shoot themselves unless you're talking about a SIG, but that's just another thing, and that's a joke, but it's just a serious matter. But again, yeah, SIGs, go off if they're the old, SIG P320 with the fat trigger and all that good stuff. I learned that recently, actually, that's funny. But anyways, guns don't just go off and shoot people. There's a person that pulls or squeezes that trigger. And although everybody thinks that strict gun laws are good, New York has them, California has them, Chicago has them, and look at how they're turning out. Fucking war zones, basically. And at the end of the day, states that have a little more relaxed thoughts or laws on firearms, concealed carry, open carry, they're doing pretty good. There's people in this world that have problems. They're bad guys, they're criminals. If you go ahead and impose laws, the good guys, the citizens, are gonna follow them, not the bad guys. See, the bad guys are gonna do what they wanna do. The bad guys are gonna do the thing that they've been doing, bad. You make it harder for somebody to get a firearm, that's okay. The bad guy's just gonna go take it from someone, break in and steal someone's, scratch off that serial number, or buy it off the street. But see, as a citizen, as a good guy, it makes it harder for me to find a firearm or be able to purchase a firearm to protect my family. But what you do is you apply these laws or these rules that make it illegal or a felony for some stupid reason, just because you feel uncomfortable about firearms. That's fine. If you feel uncomfortable about firearms, you don't have them. The reason I have a gun or carry a gun is because 911 won't make it in time. I don't care what anybody says. I would rather risk my life with a firearm than have to dial 911 and hide in a closet, under the bed. You've seen movies. You've seen movies where guys come out with baseball bats or golf clubs. That's not going to do anything for you. But this is an assassination attempt, in 2024 is wild. And for a lot of people to sit here and think that it's funny, or think that they could just sit here and analyze if it's staged or if it's a setup, you're thinking the wrong thing. The next thing you need to think about is if you're not protecting yourself, find a way. Get a firearm. That's it.